G'day again viewers, another tutorial, this one with a workaround to resolve an issue. So I'm coming into a particular service deliberately because it has a set of cars that won't release their brakes. And I've been given a possible workaround that we're going to try. So we have to drive the train there first, but that won't take too long. So we're in the 7 AM BNSFR Cal 6011. And I'm going to really quickly run through setting this up. I know I normally talk it through, but I'm just not going to. Release the brakes, release those. Alright, let's go. I'm going to stop the bell because I couldn't be bothered putting up with it. Now let's see what we've got going on with points. Those ones are fine. And we're going all the way through. And then we're going to go down into Kaiser Yard, depending on how those ones are fine. And those ones are fine, which are the last ones. Okay, so we're going to drive straight down there. We're going to be naughty, because I want to get there quickly. So we're going to go there at about 30 mile an hour, even though we should only do 10 mile an hour through these points. So it's going to be pretty harsh. Hang on. Hold on to your biscuits, lady. It worked. Okay. Keep the beans on. Accelerate hard and we'll brake really hard when we get there. You know how it is. It's coming through Speedway Station now. And you can tell I'm really early because that guy's still shunting and he's normally waiting at the signal for us. Alright, power off now because shortly after the end of Speedway, roughly up where that silver building is up there, we'll be turning left and diverging from the main. And at 50 mile an hour, I'm going to have to brake pretty hard. So make sure your coffee's in the cup holder here with the lid on, otherwise it's going to go everywhere. Getting pretty close. I can actually just make out the points that we're going to be turning at now up there. So let's go on hard on the independent brake. I'm not going to use the train brake because it's only me and my buddy behind me. Now I can see we've got a caution on the signal, which will be fine. Mile an hour will be adequate. Supposed to do 10 in the yard, but yep, we're not. It's mainly just because I don't want to spend a lot of time getting down here if the workaround doesn't actually work. So I'll show you what the problem is, assuming it does it, and then I'll show you what the proposed solution is. On the brakes nice and hard because our stopping point's only 400 yards away. We weigh a lot and we're going quite quick. Let's get it back under control. Kill the annoying Beelzebub. Now there's our recalcitrant consist sitting over there behind those containers. Light brake now so we don't accelerate too much. Looks alright. Just to get us roughly at the right stopping point. And that'll do fine. While that's stopping, let's grab the switch behind us. And we can power up. Independent brake off. Because I can just see the needle starting to move into the power range. And let's get her going. So we come up here. And we're going to clunk into our recalcitrant hoppers. Now I don't want to go too hard, because I don't want to hit them too hard. If you hit them at over 4 miles an hour, you might just knock all the buggers off the track, and that wouldn't be appropriate. How spiky is that top? It's like a sort of goth metalhead's face. Now doing 8 miles an hour. I'm watching the speed on the rail driver. 6, 5, 4. I'm actually going to put a little bit of throttle into it. 2. It's a good thing I put some throttle in or we would have stopped. It's very steep here, 1.7%. And we're just starting to accelerate again. And bonk! And let's put the independent on full application. Stop the bell. Now, you'll notice that the train brake is released and it's going to pump up to about 62 psi. It's pumping up nice and quick. The compressor's doing its job properly. And let's just pop this into neutral. But it's not going to get much further than that by the looks of it. It gets to about 60 odd. About 62.9 I think. So this will help you recognise the issue if it happens to you. So we're certainly not getting far. Gradually going up still. Now what we've got is a bit of a weird problem with the brakes. I think we're getting to the point where it's going to stop soon. Assuming this is the right service. 63, 64, 65. I actually think it's going to work this time. I think it is going to work this time. Well, that's interesting. Alright, we'll see if we can move though, because we might still have the other problem. Alright, that's near enough. Let's see what happens if we try and go forwards. So put it in forwards, release the independent. Can it move? Because it certainly should be able to. Give it some power, even though we're going downhill. No. It isn't going to move. Okay, so we've got one of the problems. Let's go back onto the full independent. And pop it into neutral. And let's go and have a look. Where's the handbrake on these things? There it is. Fully applied. So release that one. Release that one. Release that one. Release that one. At this point you start to hope the independent's strong enough. It's quite a steep gradient. It's only 10 cars, but you know, it's a lot. Release that one. Release that one. Release that one. See, normally when you couple up, the game releases all the handbrakes for you. That's why the train goes what when you do it, because they all release at the same time. Right, that's it. That's all of our cars, is it? Is there one more? No, that's all of them. Alright, let's get back to our locomotive, and we should now be able to move. And the independent is holding, I'm very happy to say, at least for now. Hopefully we can get back there before it lets go. probably be okay, because the train's sitting on top of the engine. If it was the other way around, it would probably just drag the engine down the hill. But because it's sitting on top, the way the force works, it can actually hold it. Good little SD40, good little SD40. Now, if you get the other issue, no, I don't want to give it up. If you get the other issue where you can't pump the brakes up above 62, just dump the air with an emergency application and then do the same thing I just did. So, into forward and release the independent, and we should just roll down towards our stopping point now. And there we go. We are in fact just rolling. Lovely. Alright, so that's a bit of a workaround for you in case you find a consist where the handbrakes refuse to release when you couple up. As I mentioned, normally in the game, it releases all the handbrakes for you when you couple up. So you don't have to do things like this. Well, that's all I wanted to cover. So hopefully this helps a few of you out. It certainly helped me, which is great. And if you get any questions, chuck them down below and I'll see what I can do to help you further. I think we better start putting some brakes on this, so we're just going to go for a big run down past the building. Yep. It's going to be okay. Honest, it's going to be okay. Or is it still getting faster? It's still getting faster. Let's go a full service application. Let's see what that does. That should be fine. Great. It'll be alright. There's plenty of run out down there if we don't stop at the stopping point, but I have a faint suspicion it's going to because it's not getting faster now. So it'll be fine. But anyway, that's it. There's a ton of other tutorials in the TSW5 playlist, so yeah, all good. Go and have a look at those, give it a thumbs up and a subscribe and all that sort of wonderful stuff, and enjoy playing the game. Alrighty, have fun folks. See you later. Almost forgot the cat. Bye.
We played a game.